Concerning Bill Cosby and these recent cases of rape and sexual harassment, I keep thinking about one thing. Why didn't these people say something way before now? It just doesn't make any sense. You're going to wait until 2018 to start speaking up and say, oh my God, I just remembered I was sexually abused as well. So let me put my 2 cents in since everybody else is doing it. Because it took that one person to come out, and now I got the courage to come out as well. So if that person never said anything, then I guess I wouldn't have said anything as well. And this also concerns Hassan Campbell. I remember creating videos about the situation between him and Africa Bambaataa. And my videos was against Hassan Campbell for one reason. Because nothing added up. The stories that they told never added up. And believe me, I listened. I didn't just, judge a person and then started saying that they were lying or they wasn't telling the truth right away. It took me weeks because I wanted to listen to everything that they had to say. Each one of them, starting with the first guy, Ronald Savage, I think that's what his name was or is. And nothing added up. I remember even creating a video about it, saying to myself, how can you be in two places at one time? There was a situation where Ronald had said that he was with Africa Bambaataa, and then all of a sudden he was somewhere else, and then he was back with him, and then somebody else was inside the apartment, and his girlfriend happened to live upstairs. And I mean, everything was just way too convenient. Way too convenient. It sounded like a rough draft of some sort of script or something. I'm just being real. And I never believed it. Now, if it's true or not, I don't know. But I keep thinking about this one thing. Why now? Why recently instead of years back when that went on? Now, I know they were kids, so of course they're going to use the excuse, oh, we were afraid and we didn't, hey, we were kids, right? So, okay. But why this particular time? Why not as soon as you became of age? Then you wouldn't have been afraid anymore. You've been an adult a lot more years than when you first became an adult coming from that young age. So you wasn't afraid for years, but you didn't decide to say anything until certain things started to transpire. It's always about money, people. I'm telling you, it's always about money. If they can find some sort of way to capitalize off of their stories, they will. Even if it's just, hey, I'm going to monetize my videos and hope I get 500,000 people as my audience. It's about money all the time. They got money on the brain all the time. Every day they think of, what can I do to bring even more people to my channel? Let me create another channel. So let me create X amount of videos so then I can make more money like that. Constantly, they're thinking money. Hey, money. Hey, money. Oh yeah, money. So when do they have time to think about changes and doing anything to make these changes a reality? I notice these newcomers, when they start up, they come out with fire. Because they have to gain an audience. I mean, they can't come out weak, They start making points, and they usually go against somebody, and it helps to go against somebody that's well known, you know. Usually somebody that, everybody hates, like Tommy Sotomayor. He was the perfect person to go against because there's so many people that's against him and so many people that don't like him. You understand? So to have one more person coming out the woodworks wanting to challenge this man, you're guaranteed an audience. You're guaranteed an audience. Listen, a person right now could start fresh. Brand new channel, unknown. Start talking about Tommy. Every video, just let these videos just ring out. 10, 20 videos a day. Starting out. I guarantee you, within half a month, you'll have at least 20, 30,000 subscribers. I guarantee you. And these people know this. This is why they start these new channels. They know what they're doing. But they have to make it look like, it's sincere. Hey, I'm only doing this because I don't like Tommy Sotomayor. I'm only doing this because I'm on a crusade to fight against sexual abuse, especially when it comes to the kids. Sensitive subjects will bring you an audience every time. If you can fuck with their emotions, if you can change their emotions, you can get inside their pockets. I'm telling you, this is one of the 48 laws of power, by the way. Very effective. Very, very, very effective. People trust you more if you deal with something as sensitive as what Hassan Campbell pretends to be on a crusade about. And they gravitate towards you. But you always end up being disappointed because you start to see a decline in their interest, in their crusade reason, in their interest. And the more important thing becomes money. I'm starting something up, a project, and I need all of your help. I'm asking for $50 a piece. But if you don't have $50, then just give me 10. But I'm asking each and every one of you to help me as much as you can because this will allow me to do some big things. And I really want to do some big things. So can you help me? I mean, is it something that you can see your way to do? And 9 times out of 10, you're going to give them that money. If it's not 50, then you'll give what you can. You'll feel good about doing it because you'll say to yourself, this is a brother or sister that I can trust. They're not like all the rest. You start reflecting on the things that they done when they first started and, how they didn't ask for money and how they talked about others for wanting money. But now it's the very person that talked against it. These are the same people that will often try to make the excuse and say, hey, what's wrong with monetizing? There's nothing wrong with monetizing your videos. But they can't give a good enough reason to monetize. They can't give one legitimate reason why they would need to monetize these videos. They couldn't. If you would ask them, why do you need to monetize? Why? You told me that you can take care of yourself. You don't need any money. When people attacked you, you said that you had these certain skills and you got this sort of job and you didn't need the money. So if you don't need it, why are you monetizing? If you don't need it, why are you begging the people for donations? This is why you have to watch what you say because people will use it against you later. You need to either write down what you're saying or you already have it recorded. Often go back and listen to yourself so that you can, listen for some of these key things that people remember that you don't. Because when you say these things, they damn sure will remember. So they can't give you a good enough reason to monetize. But they often say it's nothing wrong with monetizing. But then they can't tell you why it's nothing wrong with it. They just leave it at that and, oh, it's okay. So it's okay because they said it's okay? You're making money off other people's stories, other people's lives, constantly. And they try to talk about the most terrible things that they can think of, that they can hear from someone. They shop on the internet for all of their information. It's almost as if they got a shopping bag, literally a shopping bag, and they're just walking around just adding stories and, oh, shit, this is going to be good right here. Now, let me put this in the bag. Oh, look at this one. This is going to make them cry right here. Yeah, I got to put that one in the bag. And then they create the video and they pop it out to you. On these same videos, usually inside the description box, if not in the recorded video, they start begging for money. Well, the donation link is inside the description box. You can give to my PayPal. You can give to my Patreon. You can give to my GoFundMe. You can give to my Kickstarter. You can give to my Indiegogo. You can give to this and you can give to that. I've never seen so many cyber begging sites on the internet in my whole entire life. You know why it's so many? Because they figured it out too. They observed, they witnessed the fluctuation of people begging for money. And they said, wait a minute, let's get in on this, man. We can give them a platform to beg on. Almost like giving you a corner to beg on. But you're going to have to pay them. It's not free. But they'll make sure that you get your money. And plus, it'll seem legitimate. If you use GoFundMe or if you use Indiegogo or one of these other sites, it'll seem legitimate. When they know 90% of people that beg for money has a hidden agenda. That money is going directly to them. It's not going to anybody else. It's not going to a purpose or a cause. It's going directly to them, straight to their bank account so they can do whatever they want to do. Usually pay their bills because these lazy motherfuckers, they don't want to work. And that's another thing. You never see these people at work. They don't have jobs. They lie to you about their situations and they'll tell you this and they'll tell you that. But see, actions speak louder than words. Just observe. Count how many videos they have. Look at how often they go live and when they go live. They don't have time to go to an 8-hour job. They don't have a job. Most of these people, I'm going to tell you right now, most of these people receive government checks every month. I'm not kidding you. If they could ever be honest with you, they would tell you themselves, yeah, I get a government check. This is how they have the time to do all this every single fucking day. And the money that you help them make and you straight up give to them directly, that's extra money for them. So these lazy motherfuckers, they just sit back and they don't have to do shit. Meanwhile, we have constant problems that's going unsolved. Constantly, there's something going on. Somebody is suffering, and we won't even lend a hand. We don't even care enough to at least try and help them. Until it falls on our doorstep, then it's completely different. We want everybody's help then. And if we don't get it, we cry. Because we feel we deserve it, but you don't feel that anybody else does. We're a nation of selfish people. And if we don't change these selfish ways, we're all doomed. Everything that I have given you has been 100% correct. I'm not bragging. I'm just trying to get you to understand. Number one, I know what I'm talking about. Number two, take heed. Gain the advantage that others won't have because they decide not to listen, but you decide to listen. People didn't believe me about AdSense when I was the one that gave it to them months ahead of time and said, listen, AdSense is getting ready to take one major hit and it's going to cripple a lot of people's finances. And it did. And it's not finished yet. That happened to AdSense should have been the writing on the wall. It should have let you know that, you know what? Let me just get out of this shit now. Save myself because it's coming to an end. I'm telling you, they're going to shut that shit down. They're going to revamp it. And when they come back, they won't offer it to you. They're going to offer it to these celebrities. But it makes sense because these celebrities, they can collect a larger amount of audience in a smaller amount of time. They don't need 10 years to gain 1 million followers. They can get 1 million followers within 2 hours. You see where I'm going? They can gain millions of followers within hours, in days, even millions more. YouTube and Google AdSense, they would love this. They could make a ton of money. Do you know how much money they make off Alex Jones? He's considered a celebrity because he's kind of out there, you know, even though he's a crooked, Illuminati joining motherfucker. But he's out there because they put him out there. If there ever was anything such as an agent, that's it right there. You've been looking at him all the time, Alex Jones. I'm going to be creating several videos about him later on. This man had everybody fooled. And how he gained the majority of his audience was to pretend like he snuck into Bohemian Grove. But if you listen to anybody else that even attempted to even go close to that place, what happened to them? Some people died. Some people came up missing and haven't been found yet. So what's so special about this fat ass, out of shape motherfucker? You're talking about people that was more in shape than he was, more intelligent than he was. But all of a sudden, it took him to infiltrate, to get inside, and nobody was paying attention to the people that should be there and the people that shouldn't be there? Oh, come on. Come on. It was all a setup to gain your trust. And so many of you, you fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. You love that man. And he has yet to change anything for you or anybody else to look like you. He got you so manipulated that you think because he talks against the government, that's really doing something. Oh, see, he's doing, please, come on, man. Don't be so naive. Nothing has changed since this man started tricking your ass.